3 reasons we are definitely not in a housing bubble, and we answer the question, should you be upset about 3% mortgage rates? Hi everyone, my name is Kim Dowling. I am the broker here at Coastal Luxury Partners, and I'm here with you today for a few quick minutes to answer 2 of the most asked questions. Are we in a housing bubble? Maybe we should wait. And did we miss the opportunity now that mortgage rates have gone up? First, let's talk about the dangers of a housing bubble. Home values appreciated nationwide by about 10% in 2020, and they're forecasted to appreciate another 5% this year. We've experienced numbers even higher here in Florida. This rate of appreciation has some people voicing concern that we may be in another housing bubble like the one we experienced a little over a decade ago. The market crash in 2008, it wasn't fun. We were 24/7 with short sales and foreclosures helping as many people as we possibly could. But here are 3 reasons why this market is very different. This time, housing supply is extremely limited. The price of any market is determined by supply and demand. And right now, supply is low and demand is high. When supply and demand are measured, we look at the months of inventory that we have on the market. Our normal balance supply is 6 months, and we're currently sitting at 1.9, less than 2 months supply, which is a historic low. Between 2006 and 2008, the month's supply of inventory went from 5 to 11 and then averaged out at 7 during that entire 3-year crisis. So remember this, if supply is low and demand is high, prices are going to naturally increase. We're not in a false rising housing bubble. The demand for housing that we have right now, it's real. And we have an unprecedented number of people moving to Florida right now. And then let's talk about the finance side. When the real estate market crashed after the housing boom in the mid-2000s, we not only had a frenzy of escalating home values, but they were all backed by a mortgage industry literally giving money to just about anyone. So not only is the inventory real, but it's not fabricated by unqualified buyers this time around. We have millennials that have come of age, and many have children, and right now they're the driving force in our market with home ownership. And we're making it through this pandemic together, which has redefined the meaning of home for a lot of families. Families are seriously reevaluating whether their home meets their current needs. So you partner real demand for home ownership with historically low mortgage rates, and purchasing a home today is a really strong and sound financial decision. And then last but far from least, this time around, homeowners have plenty of equity. Last time around, homeowners were using their homes like ATM machines. There was this wave of cash out refinancing, which enabled homeowners to over leverage the equity in their homes. From 2005 through 2007, Americans pulled $824 billion in equity. So there was no equity in their homes when the market turned and eventually crashed. Prices dropped. Some homeowners found themselves in a negative equity situation where their mortgage was higher than the value of their home. That defaulted on payments, and we had an avalanche of foreclosures. Today, the banks and homeowners, we've all learned a really valuable lesson from our crash a little over a decade ago. Cash out refinancing in the last 3 years is less than a third of what it was compared to the 3 years leading up to the crash. So we have levels of equity that we've never seen before. 38% of owner-occupied homes are owned free and clear. And when we started the year in 2020, 17.8% of homeowners had more than 50% equity in their homes. Our home values rose so substantially this past year that today experts are reporting that after fourth quarter of 2020, equity-rich properties represented 30.2% of all homes in the United States. So that's 38% of homes free and clear, and almost 1 in 3 homes that are carrying a mortgage with at least 50% equity. So if we combine homes that are owned free and clear with homes that have at least 50% equity, we can see that we're in a significantly better position than where we found ourselves in 2008. So the bottom line is housing supply is at a historic low, demand is real, and it's all motivated for the right reasons. And even if there were to be a drop in prices, homeowners have enough equity to be able to weather a dip in home values. So it's nothing like 2008. It's actually, the very good news is it's actually the exact opposite. And I don't want you to be upset about 3% mortgage rates. Last week, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate went slightly over 3% for the first time since last July. and everyone started talking about the negative impact that it might have on the market. But remember these two things. The bump up in rate was expected and projected, and we expect rates to continue to rise just slightly as we go through the entire year. And second, the rise in mortgage rates, it's not going to impact a strong spring selling season at all. So of course we don't want rates to go up, but keep our current 3% in perspective. We went from 3.65% in 2016, 4.54% in 2018. We were at 3.11% in 2020. And then for those of you that are curious, our all-time low was 2.66% this past December. We had 8% mortgage rates in the 70s, 13% in the 80s, 8% in the 90s, and then 6% in the 2000s, and 4.09% average in the 2010s. So being upset that you missed the very best mortgage rate ever is understandable, but don't change your plans because buying now is still a really smart move. And it makes more sense than waiting. You just have to be patient and work through this frustration of low inventory with us. So thank you for hanging out with me for just a little bit. I'll continue to connect with you and keep you up to date on the latest news. And feel free to reach out and check in with us anytime. We're here to be of service and make sure your questions are answered. We're also happy to put together an up-to-date home valuation for you. Having all the information available, including knowing the current market value of your home, is the very best way to make the right decision for your family. We know buying and selling real estate can be complicated. We are here to help navigate that process and help you come out on the other side with the very best outcome. Coastal Luxury Partners has been specially designed as a client-focused boutique brokerage, and we focus on exceptional service. That's how our agents deliver such incredibly successful results. And I'm here alongside all of our amazing agents as part of your success team. Happy clients and neighbors, that's all that matters. We're here for you. Please feel free to reach out at any time, and I hope to see you again soon.